Miguel, I trust things are going well with the client. I don't expect to hear much from you, but you better not screw this one up. You're not a rookie anymore, so I'm not going to tolerate failure.
Are you talking about the contract, sir? We managed to work out all of the details today. It took a while, but I think we managed to come to an agreement that will benefit both our companies.
What? You did? Why didn't you tell me that before? This is a huge contract. You should have let me know the instant you came to an agreement.
But, sir, when I arrived back at the office today, you had already left. I figured I'd tell you the first thing tomorrow morning.
Are you stupid? With something like that, you should have called my cell right away.
I'm sorry. I figured it would have been fine if I told you in the morning. I didn't want to bother you at home since you had already left for the day. I haven't even finished entering everything into the system yet. We were busy working out all the details of the contract today. We're getting it all typed up now, but you still have to go over it yourself. Nothing is signed yet, so I figured the news could wait until tomorrow.
I don't want to hear any excuses. And don't get cocky just because you reached an agreement with them. This doesn't make you a superstar or anything.
I wasn't trying to be cocky, sir. I didn't mean to come off like that. I don't even know how I could have. But I'm sorry if I did. Anyway, according to Joan Riaz from the client's office, the owner of their company wants to have a business dinner with us to celebrate the new contract.
He does? That's great. It must mean he's already decided he wants to sign. Get it scheduled right away. This is a huge account, and I don't want to do anything to upset them. If they want to celebrate this contract with us, let's do it.
Okay. And they want us to set up a group chat for messaging with them. They want all the people that are working together to join. That way, everyone's always in the loop. I just confirmed all the people they want in the group. It's the same group of people that they want going to the dinner, by the way. Between the two companies, there's going to be 30 people in total.
You made sure to include me in that group, right?
Of course, you're the head of the department. They expect you to be at the dinner as well.
That's fine then. So where is this business dinner going to take place? I don't care where or when they want it. I want everyone from our side present. I don't care if that means you have to miss your son's little league game, your wife's birthday, or your mom's funeral. No excuses. Got it?
I understand. Joanne and I are still working out the details. I'll let you know as soon as it's decided. It sounds to me like they have a place in mind already.
I see. Okay, I guess I'll leave this up to you. You better not screw this up somehow. I can't trust you to book a restaurant, can't I? If you choose a crappy place for this business dinner, it could leave a bad impression on them and screw up everything we've worked for so far.
I'll make sure I don't do anything like that, sir. Don't worry, you can trust me.
Well, that's the thing. I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone who can't even do their own job properly.
What are you talking about, sir? You still don't think I can handle the job, do you?
Have you given me any reason to think otherwise?
What do you mean? Have I ever given you a reason not to trust me? This contract puts me in first place out of our whole department. I'm working hard here. Have I not proven that I have the drive as well as the talent? I don't land every single contract, but nobody does. I think at least I've proven I can do my job. Look at my track record. How can you say that I'm not doing well?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's not all about the numbers, Miguel.
Huh?
It's the way you talk to your superiors. You're a bit too cocky if you ask me, and that's a bad thing. Just for that, I'm going to make you clean the office tomorrow before you leave.
Clean the office? Aren't there janitors that come in every evening and clean the office? Why would I have to clean it? They're still going to be coming in at night, and the company will still be paying them to clean.
I don't care about that. I said it was a punishment for your attitude, and here you are talking back to me about that too. You just don't learn, do you? You better watch how you talk to your superiors if you want to keep working here. I'm not going to waste any more of my energy on you.
I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I'll speak to Juan and see where he wants to have the dinner. Good evening, Juan. I'd like to thank you again for taking the time to meet with me this afternoon. No worries, it was my pleasure. I was just about to message you myself. I was curious if you had time to speak to your boss today about that business dinner we proposed. Is he willing to do it? Yes, I did. He thought it sounded like a great idea. It looks like we're going to be working with each other a lot from now on, and he thought it would be a great way for both sides to get to know each other better. And he said it would be fine if you wanted to choose the location for the dinner. Did you have a place in mind? Actually, we do. Mr. Jameson himself has a place he'd like us to go to, if that's okay with everyone. Really? You mean the Mr. Jameson? As in the owner of your company? That's right. He wants to come along and meet your team himself. That's fantastic. We'd be honored if you joined us. And to go to a place he recommended himself? How could we refuse an offer like that? Are you sure? It's an authentic Chinese restaurant. Would that be okay with everyone? Why not? That sounds fantastic. What's the name of the restaurant? That's the thing. It's not a chain or anything. I doubt you've heard of it. It's a small place. I'll send you the details a little later. There's a reason he loves that place so much. I see. Other than the food? I'd say so, yes. But don't get me wrong, the food is fantastic there too. I'll have to tell you why he likes that place so much sometime. I think you might be surprised. But when I do tell you, I don't want you going around telling everyone. Mr. Jameson doesn't want a lot of people to know the reason. But I think I can trust you with it, seeing as you helped us get such a favorable contract with your company. Don't mention it. Our company is flexible like that. This contract will benefit both sides. And don't forget, you were certainly accommodating with some of our requests as well. Thanks. But now you've really got me curious about this restaurant and that little secret of Mr. Jameson's. I'll tell you later, don't worry. But for now, let me just say that Mr. Jameson thanks you for helping us get this contract as well. He's really happy we could work something out. That's why he wants us to all go out and celebrate. I've got to tell you, he doesn't do this very often. In fact, I can't remember the last time he's done this. I know your office is likely busy right now, too, so I want to thank you again for taking the extra time out of your schedules to celebrate with us. Don't mention it. Like I said, your side was just as flexible with us. We appreciate that. That's why I think we're all going to benefit from this. Well, let me just say, we've tried to work out deals with other companies, and so far no one was as cooperative as you. Mr. Jameson's looking forward to meeting you in person. Anyway, it's getting late. I'll send you the address and number of the restaurant. I'll leave the booking up to you. Just tell them who you are and they'll make arrangements to fit us in. I'm sure Mr. Jameson will give them the heads up, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. The final draft of the contract is going to be written up and sent to us tomorrow, right? Yes, that's the plan. The documents are pretty much done now. I'll have my manager go over them first thing in the morning, and I'll bring them over to your office tomorrow, personally. That sounds great. That'll give me a chance to tell you about the restaurant and why it's near and dear to Mr. Jameson's heart. Sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy your evening. You too. See you tomorrow. That restaurant? Are you out of your mind? What do you mean, sir? The business dinner we're having this weekend. Are you seriously going to take an important client like that to a dive restaurant like this one? This is exactly what I was talking about when I said you had no idea what you were doing. Have you been to that place before? No, but I just drove past it now. I'd never heard of it before, so I wanted to see it for myself. I knew I couldn't trust you even with a simple task like this. Do you not have any clue how important this contract is to this company? I do know how important it is, sir. It was really hard for me to get a reservation for that many people. That place is more popular than it looks. It's usually booked solid on weekends. When I called, the person answering the phone wouldn't give me a reservation. I had to explain who I was, call around to different people, and finally they pulled some strings for me. Yeah, right. I doubt a place like that gets any business at all, let alone is booked up. If that's the kind of restaurant you chose for an important dinner like this, I might as well let you go right now. Find something else. But sir, I can't. There's a reason I chose that place. The business dinner has to be there. Don't act like your decisions are so important. That place isn't suitable. I can't believe you're being this difficult with me after the talking to I gave you the other day. I'm not gonna waste my time again. I know how pig-headed you are. You're not gonna listen to a word I say, so I'm not gonna waste my breath. I'll handle this. Sir, that's not it at all. I can't exactly say why, but you have to trust me on this. We have to have the business dinner there. It was the client's request. Gavin, are you there? Please, don't ignore me. I know you're going to be out of the office for the rest of the week, so if you don't read these, it was the client's request. This is what they wanted. Please, don't change anything. Please, don't do anything we'll regret. I hope you get these messages.
I sent out the notification of the address change for tonight's dinner.
Sir, I haven't been able to get hold of you all week. Did you block me or something? What are you talking about with an address change?
Huh? Did I forget to tell you? I'm pretty sure I mentioned it to you. I told you to cancel the reservation you had at the dive of the restaurant you booked, didn't I?
What? Cancel?
Did you really think I'd take an important client to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant that no one has ever heard of? The owner of their company is joining us. We have to impress him. I'm not going to take him to a roach-infested place like the one you booked. And that place is 100% authentic Chinese. Everyone has to use chopsticks. There's 30 people going. Do you really think they all know how to use chopsticks? Are you trying to embarrass everyone? I've already informed everyone on both sides of the restaurant change and sent them the new address. I've made reservations at a much better place, so we're all going there instead. The owner of their company is joining. His name is Todd Jameson. That's the most American-sounding name I've ever heard. Do you think a guy like that wants to eat Chinese food? I've never even met the man. I can tell you right now, a guy like that wants a big, juicy steak. He's not going to want Chinese food. Are you crazy?
Sir, please, tell me you're kidding.
I wouldn't kid about something as important as this. I've made new reservations under my own name at a steakhouse. This place serves the biggest steaks you've ever seen in your life. And if he's not into steak, they've got every type of meat you could imagine. Not just that, but all the waitresses have really big. I'm not going to say it, because that would be rude. But just know, everyone is going to enjoy the view. Mr. Jameson is going to love it. They haven't signed the contract yet, so if we can't impress them with this dinner, we could lose everything we've worked for so far.
Have you really contacted their company and told them you've changed the location of the dinner?
Yes. I'm sure everyone is on their way over to the steakhouse right now as we speak. You need to get your butt over there now too. Make sure they are entertained and having a good time while they're waiting for everyone else to arrive.
I can't make a last-minute cancellation at the Chinese restaurant now. It's way too late for that. And why would you do this all without consulting me first? I'm the one dealing with this account. These are my clients. Are you out of your mind?
What did you just say to me? Did you really just ask me if I'm out of my mind?
I sent the message directly to you. This isn't a group chat. So who do you think I'm asking? Let me make this clearer. Gavin, are you out of your damn mind?
How dare you take that tone with me? Have you forgotten who you're talking to?
I don't care. This is insane. You're claiming the restaurant we agreed upon with the client is roach-infested just because you drove past it? And then you took it upon yourself to choose a different place and informed our clients? I was handling all of this perfectly. The clients loved me. Mr. Jameson hasn't even met me, and he loves me based on what he's heard about me. And then you had to force your way in and take over, even though you don't know anything about anything. I can't believe this.
No, I'm the one who can't believe this. I can't believe your incompetence or your insubordination. All of this is your fault. If I'd had left things up to you, we'd have lost that contract for sure. I'm the one cleaning up your mess. I'm the one saving your butt. You should be thanking me right now. You chose the dirtiest, absolute worst place to have this business dinner. I booked us a nice place, so it's your job to cancel the reservation you made for 30 people at that Chinese restaurant.
Gavin, that Chinese restaurant is Mr. Jameson's restaurant.
Huh?
You seriously didn't contact them and tell them that we're not having the dinner there, did you? And if you did, please tell me you didn't say the reason was because you thought that place was dirty or because you hate Chinese food or something. If you said something like that and Mr. Jameson read it, well, we'll have lost the contract for sure.
Hang on a second. What are you talking about? That Chinese restaurant is Mr. Jameson's? What? How is that even possible?
You did, didn't you? Oh my God. Mr. Jameson's wife is Chinese. He spent 7 years living in China when he was younger. That is his wife's restaurant. She runs it herself.
Are you serious?
It's small, and it doesn't look like much from the outside, but it's all new on the inside. and it's the highest quality, most authentic Chinese food restaurant anywhere around. That place is booked solid. We only got in because Mr. Jameson's wife is the owner. The only reason it isn't well known among the non-Chinese people in the city is simply because it's only been open for just under a year. Maybe because of Mr. Jameson's company and his income, or some ties he has back in China, his wife is able to employ the best Chinese chefs around. Mr. Jameson was so impressed with me and how I handled their account that he wanted to take us all out there and treat us to the best Chinese food in the state, or maybe even the country.
Miguel, please, tell me you're kidding.
That's what I should be saying to you. Did you seriously tell them that you didn't want the dinner to be there this evening?
I did. I messaged the group chat we had set up for them. All 30 people would have seen that message I sent. Well, 29, because I never sent you the link to join it yet.
Oh, please tell me you didn't say anything bad.
I told them you were still relatively new, so you accidentally booked a restaurant that wasn't up to the standards of our company. I apologized and I told them the food and atmosphere at the steakhouse would be more suitable for the kind of company they are.
Oh my god. So you basically just said that high quality doesn't suit their company, and a cheesy restaurant where the staff has big knockers is more suited to the people like them? That's not just an insult to Mr. Jameson's wife's restaurant, that's an insult to him and his entire company. What have you done? I bet Mr. Jameson has already read that, hasn't he? If he has, you've likely ruined everything.
Why didn't you tell me that the place was his and his wife runs it? Those aren't the kind of details you want to leave out when you inform your manager of your decision. Don't you think it's strange for me not to have known that?
I tried to tell you, but you weren't in the office for the past few days and you blocked my number. As far as the details go about the restaurant being his wife's, that was supposed to be a secret. The client told me not to tell anyone. Mr. Jameson wanted to tell you that personally after we had all eaten the amazing food. You really screwed up here, Gavin. You're such an idiot.
I'm the idiot?
Yes. You don't think that what you did here was stupid? If you're not the definition of an idiot, I don't know what is.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. Whatever, I can fix this. I'll just say it was a little mistake. How do I delete a message I've sent in a group chat?
You can't. And even if you could, almost everyone would have read it by now and likely even took a screenshot of it because of how insulting it would have been to them. There might have been some people who didn't read it and who are on their way to Mr. Jameson's wife's restaurant right now, but the chances of no one having read it are basically zero.
That's fine. I can just send another message saying that one was a mistake. I'll say that was meant to be sent to another client of ours.
If you said anything bad about the Chinese restaurant, that's not going to fix the problem. And that's still not going to change the fact that some people are likely headed to the wrong place. I'm betting that at least half of the people will be heading to the new address you gave them.
Oh, this doesn't look good. You said the original place we were supposed to go to was Mr. Jameson's, right?
Yes, I've said that a number of times now.
Well then, we have to go there, or this is never going to work out. Do something! This is your client. You're responsible.
No, I'm not.
What?
I had everything set and ready to go. You changed the plan. You can't blame that on me. I booked the restaurant the client wanted. This is clearly your fault. And if you try and pin this on me, I'll just show our chat history to your boss.
But you should have told me the whole story. I should have known why you picked a place that no one had ever heard of. This is due to your incompetence. You should have properly informed your superior of the situation.
None of this is my fault. I did message you and tell you, but you had blocked my number. I had no way to reach you.
Huh?
I told you that the client requested that place. I told you they wanted the dinner there, and you went ahead and changed the place yourself.
I'll find a way to get out of this.
No, you won't. It seems Mr. Jameson has already seen your message. I just had to send a message to them myself, apologizing for your stupidity, and I told them to proceed to the Chinese restaurant as planned.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. They're really upset with you. Most of the people coming have already left, and we're having a heck of a time trying to get a hold of everyone. Since we're trying to get everyone to go to the Chinese restaurant now, don't you think you should cancel the reservation you made at the steakhouse?
What?
Nobody's going there now, so you should probably cancel. But last-minute cancellations usually aren't free, so I bet they're gonna charge you quite a lot. It might be best if you go there and cancel in person. That way you can see if anyone missed my most recent message and went to the steakhouse by mistake. If they did, you can apologize to them in person and they can follow you to the Chinese restaurant where the rest of us will be waiting.
You're right. That's probably the best thing to do. But what am I going to do about the cancellation fee? The reservation was for 30 people. We booked a whole section of the restaurant. They're going to charge me like $1,000 or more just for canceling.
That wouldn't surprise me. You booked for a weekend at dinner time. They've probably been turning customers away expecting a party of 30 to be spending a ton of money at their place this evening. You're going to have to pay that cost yourself. You booked the place without permission from the company, so the company's not going to want to pay for it.
I'm sure we can write it off somehow.
The cancellation fee? What is wrong with you? What if upper management finds out you did that? What if Melissa finds out you were responsible for losing us this contract, and you wasted a bunch of company money by booking a restaurant that didn't need booking? The first mistake is enough to get you fired. I think you should pay the cancellation fee out of your own pocket and not give the company any more reasons to be angry with you. That's what a real man would do.
But wait a minute. There has to be another way. You've got to do something. How about you and I lie to them?
I am not risking my job. You book that place, you pay for it. I'm not cleaning up your mess for you. And I'm not going to lie for you because I don't trust anyone who can't even do their own job properly. After that, Gavin and Miguel met Mr. Jameson at the Chinese restaurant and apologized to him profusely. Mr. Jameson seemed to take it quite well, but later he called Miguel's company and spoke to Melissa, their owner. Mr. Jameson never wanted to have to deal with Gavin again, so that was an extra clause he had added to the contract before he signed it. Because of that, Gavin was demoted and moved to a different department. Miguel was then appointed to be the new manager, taking over Gavin's old position. As for the cancellation fee at the steakhouse, Gavin was held responsible for the entire amount. Because of that, and for the fact that his demotion came with quite a pay cut, his wife was not very happy with him, to say the least. Things aren't looking good for Gavin at work or at home. But if he's lucky, he may be able to smooth things over with his wife. If she likes Chinese food, Gavin now knows where the best Chinese restaurant is in the whole state, and he can take her there. That is, if he books far enough in advance. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.